Simon Peter said to them, I'm going fishing. Now, if you are a fisherman, you understand that implied in this declaration, I'm going fishing, is an invitation to the others that you can come fishing too. Because I don't want you to tell me that you're going fishing if I can't come with you. Otherwise, you could keep that information to yourself. And I hope you don't catch no fish if I can't come with you. And the other said, we're going fishing with you. Some scholars over the years have criticized them for going fishing, for Peter to lead them into this endeavor. Some believe that this was a compromised return to a former occupation. For over 3 years, they had ministry, but now they want to return to fishing. Jesus had told them to leave your nets, and I will make you fishers of men. So why did they decide to go back to fishing for fish? Others believe that Peter was simply being wise and practical. After all, you got to eat, right? Peter, in essence, says to them, I'm a professional fisherman. I got a boat. I got nets. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I know how to eat. I know how to make money. Personally, I don't see how going fishing is ever a bad idea. Jesus did not criticize them for it, and like Jesus, I find no fault in them. Jesus told them in Matthew 28 to meet him in Galilee. And they went there at his instructions, but he had not shown up. So they became impatient. How many of you know that he might not come when you want him, but he's always right on time? He does not move on our schedule. It was along the shore of Galilee that Jesus had first called Peter and his brother Andrew. Follow me, he told them, and I will make you fishers of men. They left their nets and followed Jesus. And now we see that Peter decided to pick his net back up and go fishing once again. They may not have been sure as to how they were going to make it following the scandal of the cross. They were uncertain as to what their next move should be, so they went fishing. That sounds right to me. PG preaches a message called What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do. And I would say fishing is always an option. The text says, immediately they went out and got into the boat. As I said, I like to fish. I have experienced fishing. I do not consider myself an expert fisherman by any stretch of the imagination, but I do know a little bit about fishing. The text says that they went out at night. And I know, like the prophet said, it's the night. Now, I know some of you old heads just backslid. But I need you to come back for a minute. There are some principles about fishing that relate to the Christian life that I want to share with you today, and I hope I can make it make sense to you. First, if you want to catch a fish, Reverend Glass, you must fish when the fish are biting, when the fish feed. Fish do not typically bite during the hottest part of the day. They bite in the evening after the sun has gone down, and into the night and to the early morning before the sun comes up. And the best fishing seasons are in the spring and the fall of the year when it's not too hot. Jesus equated catching fish to winning souls. That's why we call it fish keepers, Reverend Davenport. He used references that could be best understood by those living in his time. They were an agrarian society, and harvesting souls. To the construction, he talked about wise and foolish builders and building on a firm foundation. To the herdsmen, he talked about being a good shepherd. To the financial people, Reverend Ridgway, he talked about wise investing.